Learning to paint in watercolor can be beautiful and joyful. It's a beautiful medium that can create wonderful results that are quite hard to achieve with other mediums, but it can also be quite difficult to handle. And as a result, it can be quite stressful to learn how to paint in watercolor. I feel like this is something that is not talked about a lot. And in this video, I want to share with you my journey with watercolor and my relationship with it, because I've made some mistakes along the way, and it costs me a lot of time, a lot of procrastination, and a lot of stress. And by doing this video, I'm hoping I will help someone else avoid the mistakes that I've made. The first mistake that I made was in how I actually learned how to paint. So the way I was learning how to paint in watercolor was by trying to paint something specific. So I would, for example, go on YouTube, look for a tutorial on how to paint a poppy, and then I would try to find easy tutorials, and I would follow step by step the process to paint the poppy, or I don't know, a fox or something. So by doing this, I ended up focusing on the results. And if I didn't like what I painted, I was disappointed, and it just felt very stressful. Now, because I was learning from videos and from someone who was better than me, usually, well, every time really, their results were better than mine. So I would follow the tutorial, and then my result would be worse. And even if I quite liked the painting, it was still never as good as the original, as the one that I learned from. It was really difficult not to have this inner critic voice in my head tell me, oh, you're bad at it, this is bad. And that's the problem also, that I actually, when I was judging the results, I was judging myself as a painter and as a person, rather than the results, and trying to figure out what it is that I actually did wrong. Now, I don't think it's something that I could have stopped my mind from doing, but recognizing that I just learned by painting something specific and focusing on the outcome rather than on the process. This is what made this whole kind of my painting journey and my learning journey into this like spiral of self-doubt and my inner critic constantly judging what I'm doing. It was just very unhealthy. Now, this is probably going to sound quite shocking, but I've been in this spiral for almost a decade. I've been painting like this for a very long time. It's only been a few years that I finally realized that I am constantly focusing on the outcome and focusing on results. Once I noticed that, I realized that I'm not actually practicing my skills, and if I want better outcomes, I first of all need to improve my skills. I still don't understand why it didn't occur to me to practice something specific. I always just practiced by painting something. It didn't occur to me to just, I don't know, do some swatches or practice a specific technique, follow. I really do a lot of that. So if that's something you're interested in, you could check out my videos. They are not very good quality, I'm still learning, but I do a lot of practice now. So this has been super helpful because there isn't as much pressure on the outcome, and practicing not only helped me not to judge myself so much, but also it helped me well, actually no, that's wrong, because I am still judging myself. The only difference, I guess, is that I now see the progress. I'm afraid that I'm gonna have to, I think, face the fact that I am still judging myself. But at least when I'm practicing, I see improvements. For example, I practiced watercolors for 50 days, almost daily. There were a few breaks in between, but I have practiced for a long time. I've filled into sketchbooks, and I can clearly see how I improved. Especially if I tried, sometimes even within one lesson, like within one day, I would see the progress by just doing something a second or third time. So seeing the progress definitely helped, because I stopped judging myself as a painter and I started judging my skills. So, for example, if I painted something I didn't like, or I did something I wasn't really feeling, rather than thinking, oh, I suck at it, I'm a bad painter, I started slowly reframing it as, oh, I've done this wrong. I made a mistake here. What can I do to fix it? So I was kind of judging my skills rather than myself. So that definitely helped. But as it's clear, I guess, I'm still judging. And I think this is something that I need to figure out how to deal with. This is something that I haven't really got over yet. I am still judging my results. Throughout this process, I noticed that I started gravitating towards more abstract art. And this is what I'm painting, what you are seeing me paint right now. It's not really fully abstract, I guess, because there are some recognizable floral shapes in there. But I am slowly, I guess, naturally becoming a bit more abstract. And I also started adding some metallic paints to my paintings. I really love metallics. I actually make them myself. And they really add joy to my paintings and sparkle. They just kind of like make everything look pretty, no matter what I paint. I just love metallics for that. So I guess those two shifts that I did, painting in a bit more abstract way and adding something that I truly find joyful, which in my case is metallic paints, has been really helpful. My final thought is that judging my work, judging my painting or my practice, it has been the most damaging thing that I've done. I know it's hard not to judge your results. I don't know what the alternative is, but I also think that painting for yourself, regardless of what people think of your art, is probably the most joyous thing you can do. And I'm still on this journey. I still don't necessarily know how to do it, but I believe I will get there. And I believe in you too. Happy painting.